Hello, MS Live. I'm your host, Dulci Hill, and I'm back. I'm back in Maryland. Wait till I tell you guys about traveling with MS in a really unfriendly environment for flying. It's rough when when you're healthy. Oh my gosh, But so we're talking about traveling with MS. All right, so I'm going to see. I'm going to talk about traveling with MS and what a disaster it can be. Now, I brought my scooter uh, to California. Just 1 minute here. All right, let me see. Because I know you're looking at me, but I'm not able to read. So, there we go. Okay. Now I can read. Let me forward this a little bit more. Okay. Okay. So what happened? What happened? All right. For my scooter on the way out, it wasn't that bad. It was not that bad. I could pull right up to the gate or a pre-board, and I clipped. It was a clip on the back of my scooter that pulled my suitcase, my carry-on. Uh, People help. I'm telling you, it is a blessing having a disability when you go to the airport because everybody flocks to help you. But you can't be a shy flower. You got to be able to look around. When there was one time coming up to the gate that's on the way home where none of the TSAs wanted to help me. In fact, one of the TSAs decided to test everything in my lunchbox for gunpowder or bomb residue. He caused me to miss my plane actually because they took everything apart for 20 minutes. Of course, if you miss your plane because TSA is harassing you, it doesn't matter if you're disabled, the airline considers it your fault because you are supposed to be there much earlier, like 2 hours early. I think that was the time. But I went right up to TSA. There was no line, and I'm going through, and these guys, oh my goodness, just it was drama, and I'm glad it's behind me, right? Because you guys know I'm a Christian, and Christians don't dwell on the mistakes that are in the past. You know, it was a disaster. Okay, but what I will tell you, all right. Hi, Daniel. What I will tell you is how to stack the odds for the most success. And you know how I like to do these videos. Uh, uh, all right. Okay. I'm sorry. I was just looking over at YouTube what they're doing in the chat, and also I get a message there. Um. All right. How first of all, if you want to travel with your scooter, you can easily do that. All you do is you go uh, earlier, right? So an hour and a half, 2 hours. It would be good 2 hours early. Go to the ticket counter. You go up, and they have to they inspect it. They ask you how much it weighs. So know what kind of battery your scooter or your wheelchair has. Uh, know what kind of battery because they're going to ask you. Know how much it weighs. All right, and know the make and model. So when they fill out a tag and they hang it on your scooter, and then go up to the gate, go up to your gate because now they've given you everything, right? Now you go up to your gate, so it's like C19. You go to C19, you go right up to the ticket late the person who the gate attendant, right? So you go up there, you get your pre-board, get a pre-board pass, right? They have to tag your scooter in case there is a transfer. All right. If there is a transfer, there's two ways to deal with the transfers. If you're going to change planes, if you have a scooter or wheelchair, one way is if you have a long plane transfer, say in Atlanta, you've got to land in Atlanta and it's going to be 3 4 hours before your next flight. What you do then is you you sit there on the plane, you wait, and you ask them to get it out of the belly. Well, actually, they'll know. I want my plane in Atlanta, or I want my scooter, my wheelchair in Atlanta. Right. So that's good. Suppose you only have a 30-minute layover in Phoenix, which is dangerous. Yeah, you want longer layovers than that. All right, or direct flights. So what you do is uh, you tell them, you know what, I'll need a wheelchair to get to my other gate. Make sure my scooter gets to my end destination. Therefore, what they do is you're on the plane, they get the body to your connection, and instead of bringing the scooter back up, they'll take the scooter off your plane or your wheelchair off your plane, and they'll get it to the plane that's going to your destination. It's much faster. So you got to talk to, and the gate agent will help you with that. Okay, now the type of flight you need to get is preferably a direct flight, or because we people with MS, actually everybody who's watching, everybody needs to look at direct flights, uh, because direct flights are less likely to not make it to the destination. Hi, Maureen. Hi, Maureen. Uh, okay, everybody. Gina, are you watching? Hi, Richard. So here's the issue also. I will tell you, before you travel, call ahead. Call ahead and make sure everywhere you're going has a ramp, is disability friendly. Otherwise, it makes no sense to bring your scooter to Banning, California, if you can't take it in and out of a house that has a huge step. Also, it just, yeah, Richard, I kept saying I should have had Richard, the Richard Walker, because it's so wide. I should, and it turns into a wheelchair. And had I called in advance, instead of being told, being told by my loving family out west, you need your scooter. Bring your scooter, instead of asking questions and just saying, my response was, okay, I can bring my scooter, right? So they bought me a walker and anyway, just because somebody says, bring your scooter, it'll be handicap friendly, it's up to us to say, all right, how many steps are there? Is there a step? Okay. Is there gravel? Am I going to be going through some rough terrain? You got to ask these questions. And, me, I'm not detailed. I didn't. I showed up and that scooter sat in the house all but one day. One day I said, can we bring the scooter to the store? And my girlfriend, she's got bad knees, and she's like, oh, I don't wanna bring it. I don't want to, lifting it is. So she ended up agreeing that she was going to bring it, and we took it apart and put it. I don't know. So Note to self: know the people you're going to, and let them know. Let them. Are there any steps qualified? Do you let's see, have nature's miracle? Do you? I mean, the bed, the pillow. Ask. You got to ask. You know, if you don't ask, then you'll yeah, you'll be frustrated. For me, it's like, where do you have a pool? Do you have a local pool? I found one, and I did laps in that a few times, but today I'm gonna go today. Yesterday it rained, but so how now, Richard? How are you, Richard? I know you were going through a lot of stuff. Also neurogenic bladder, right? Uh, all right. This is surprising to me. All right. So I guess, let's see. Maureen, how are you, Maureen? Okay, interactive, because we don't have the crowd that we normally have. Uh, I wonder why. All right, you guys are all protesting because I wasn't here on Thursday. But I'll tell you, it took me 4 days to get home. It was 4 days to get home. And I arrived at, hi Sarah. You know what? But yeah, I travel by myself. And Sarah says she thinks I'm amazing for traveling by myself. And yeah, it's what I say. But Sarah, being a Christian and knowing that God's got your back and He's going to send you angels, right? Confidence, right? Confidence. Uh, Trusting God. Fear is false evidence appearing real. Uh, and Sarah, more things had gone wrong with me traveling, and I still had a wonderful trip. All right, I had a wonderful, and so many things. What is the worst that could happen, Sarah? I mean, ask yourself the worst that can happen. Not worrying about the worst that can happen, but not being afraid. I'm not afraid of death. I'm not afraid of the worst happening, because it'll all work out. By the way, uh, I still don't have my luggage, right? Apparently, Southwest traced my luggage to BWI, and I've got all the names. Make sure when they lose your luggage, every time you call, write down the time and the name and the person you talked to. So anyway, they told me yesterday that it was last night, because I'm calling 2, 3 times a day. They said Southwest says. Uh, Lisa from Southwestern Oklahoma said, "I'm going to call the transportation company that picked up all of the suitcases, and is scheduled to bring it to you at 6 o'clock last night. 6 o'clock." So she called, and the gentleman driving it did. He went back and he looked, even though it was supposed to be on that that shuttle. He couldn't find it. He couldn't find it, and so it's out there anyway. So I have a lot of disability stuff. I've got that mattress pressure pad going on. So I got now Southwest put me in contact with a medical supply company to indemnify me, get me a new mattress pad. But I'll tell you what, yeah, I just I had great dresses. And the thing is, I forget what I had in them, but they were special. Anyway, All right, I'm video tells. No, you know what? Medicare paid a portion of my bladder pacemaker. Richard's talking. He says he's got an appointment with the neurogenic bladder doctor here in Maryland. There's only two, and they're the one that did. Hi, Diana. Uh, um, did that implant, the bladder pacemaker stimulator. By the way, I've got mine turned up to five out of six levels, so I can get it readjusted. I haven't turned it off, and it's working. It's working. Medicare, Richard E says Medicare covered a portion of mine. My secondary or secondary insurance uh, covered some. My portion, I think, was expensive. I think my portion was, I don't know, it was expensive, but I've got it. And thank you, Diana. Diana. Right, all right. Oh, 7 stars says, hey guys. All right, what's your name? 7 stars. Hey guys, do you break things by accident because of dizziness? Problem. You know what? It's funny. Do I break things by accident? I break things all the time. I break. There's a sippy cup you can get that because so many of these glasses were down to I think 4 or 5. I originally had 12, and I've broken because I put it on my walker right there, and I start pushing it, and it falls off and it breaks. Or dizziness. Sarah, uh, Sarah. Yeah, well, I'm glad, Sarah. All right. Sarah, have you been another Sarah? Sarah, have you been with us? Is this your first time with us? Subscribe. But anyway, yes, I have got severe dizziness. Severe. In fact, when I stand up off of the couch at my friend's house, well, I didn't stand up on the couch, but when I get off the couch, if I don't grab onto something, I'll get a wave. It gets like an earthquake where the floor goes like this and you're standing on it. Most people fall over. After a while, the good thing is, Sarah, uh, uh, the good thing is that all of a sudden you've got it. Hi, Chris. All of a sudden you've got this dizziness wave. We've got to be so in touch with how our feet feel on the ground because it can actually catch us when we're spinning. What I tell everybody, Sarah, is that uh, when they say, what does it feel like? I said, spin around like you're a 5-year-old or 6-year-old, spin around 10 times and then start walking. Remember how that was fun? It's not fun. That's how we live. And one of the gals I talked to, she had Meniere's disease. It's the vertigo. She says, "How can you deal with that? How can you deal? How can you?" You know what? You guys know when you're living in a state of being constantly dizzy, it's your reality. It's you don't feel as dizzy because you're always dizzy. You only feel really dizzy when it kind of knocks you over, knocks you over. Uh, um, but anyway, hi Sherry. Huh. Uh, I don't know. I'm sorry. The neighbor is having construction done, and they're ripping out a fence, and I think they're putting a new fence. It was a beautiful fence. I don't know. Yeah, it's true. You learn. But I'll tell you what, Sherry, I was on a cruise and the seas were so angry. Oh my gosh. It's a cruise. It was a long time ago. And you know what happened is everybody was seasick because it was pretty violent. Right. And I was wall walking. No, I had a walker. And one of the things my husband said to me, because he was in bed, everybody was in bed and throwing up, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna go to the buffet, and I walked down, and he said, why, how come you're not sick? This is the good thing. Well, when you have vertigo, when you have brain lesions that tell your brain you don't know which way is up, you get on the cruise and the seas are angry. It's you're still trying to, it's like it doesn't feel different. Yeah, you know what? I get car sick too, but I think I discovered in 2000, if I sit in the front seat, I don't get car sick. Because in California, we go around curvy roads when we go up in the mountains. I got car sick. So I got to sit in the front seat. Also, when people do a stopping, you know what? It's not the dizziness. It's not things going rocking that gets me sick. It's when I'm spinning, it's things that like cars that stop and go, stop and go. It's the front and back motion that combined with my vertigo, with my spinning, which has nothing to do with my inner ear, has everything to do with brain lesion, uh, that I can't handle. If you add more dizziness stuff, it's the same. It's the same. I wonder if I can go to Great Adventure and get on one of those rides where it spins you around 100 times and it gets you walking again. I wonder how I do. That would be a really interesting experiment. One that I'm crazy enough to try. Who's in with me? Who wants to go to a amusement park and get on the rotor? Have the floor drop out. It's spinning like crazy. Ugh. Yeah, it's. But Sarah, it could be advanced. Are you my long term Sarah? Are you my long term Sarah that has been with me since the beginning? Uh, and and the reason why I'm saying that is that then if you're the Sarah I think you are, then you have progressive MS or secondary progressive MS, and demyelination of your brain results in a lot of times in a lot of times will I don't know. I lost my train of thought because I am reading Sherry's uh, input, and she says, let's see, she has to sit in the front too. Went on a Mexico trip and took the ferry. All right, she threw up. I think that's it. Uh, she threw up on the ferry. Way back. It's funny. I mean, it's not funny. It's tragic. It, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'll tell you, I was on a Cape Cod whale watching cruise. Everybody was throwing up. The boat was going like this and like that. Now I get seasick. I used to get seasick before I had vertigo. I knock on wood. This is not wood, but I used to, but yeah, I don't. I just don't anymore. I wonder. Okay. I don't. But we did this whale watching trip. Everybody was throwing. I was in college. Everyone was throwing up, and uh, I went upstairs inside of a cabin, and no, downstairs. Everybody's throwing up, and I leaned over to my girlfriend who was there. I said, "Yeah, you know what? Everybody is throwing up. The word throw up made everybody else throw up." And my girlfriend looked at me and said, "Go away, run, because when we're done throwing up, we're gonna kill you." So I ran upstairs back to where the whales were, the boat. I mean, the top of the boat literally was going sideways. Like pretend this is the top. It was going like this and that. I mean, it was really scary. In fact, you had to hold on. I don't know why they let us out there. We all need to be tied on. So if you were on that deck, you had to be holding on to the side. Otherwise, you could, if you let go, you'd run across and flip over. Crazy. But you know what? That was in the late 80s. Little different. Uh, All right, and Richard says he purchased his own cooling vest because the MS Foundation no longer has that program. All right, so yeah, that's it. But you know what, Richard? All the cooling, all of the stuff they give people with MS, most everything requires you to financially qualify for that. So, a lot of people with any sort of savings or money or income, yeah, you won't qualify as much as most people with MS, most of us, most people are on very limited income, have been medically retired or yeah, that is true. Yeah, we okay. Yeah, it's funny. Sarah's laughing at me because Sherry looking at me saying, "Get as far away from this cabin as possible because we're gonna kill you." It's a because you know what? A lot of people get triggered by certain things to throw up. With me, it smells. If I could. I can't handle smells. If it's a really bad smell, in fact, that's probably the only way I'm going to throw up. I don't throw up. I do not throw up. Yeah, I do not throw up. So, but you can get a bunch of seasick people, right? How can you produce people throwing up? You could say, "Wow, is anybody sick around here? I think I'm going to throw up." The suggestion would get everybody to throw up. Well, a certain amount. All right, that's not cool, right? It just there's a lot of things that will smells make people throw up. The sight of another person throwing up, sometimes that's the sound of another person throwing up. It's now Richard bought his own cooling vest because he says only the MS Society has that right now. MS Foundation doesn't. I guess they're out. Are they out, Richard? I don't understand because they have the cooling hats, the scarves. Yeah, they're pretty good. Um, so, what kind of cooling vest do you have? You haven't worn it yet. I'm not going to say that, Daniel. I'm not going to say that. Daniel is talking. He's sharing bathroom stories, and also, yeah, I'm a carnivore. So, you vegans, God bless you. But I'm growing vegetables and fruit. My fig tree has got some fruit on it. And my fig tree I got for my birthday last year. It's got little figs on it. So I'm so excited. So I like my figs. I've got uh so anyway, uh vegans. I have a question. For those of you who are vegans, do you feel better giving up meat or what? Because I, in the 80s, remember when fat busters were it was a buck, right? Give up fat. I gave up fat. I got fatter. All right. I love calling this and here we go. Then instead, and Sherry's talking about getting a cooling vest. Hi, Frank. What kind of cooling vest did you get? Oh, so that's a good one. All right, he was in construction. He got you. You know what? If the construction guy gets you a cooling vest, it's a good one because hot. It's hot during construction. Oh. Um, and Richard is sharing. Hi, Robert. Yeah, ice packs are in it. Yeah, some of them have that. Richard said his is from Steel Cooling. It's a steel cooling vest. STEELE cooling vest. All right, does that have the cooling packets that you slide in? They're water packets that you tend to keep in the refrigerator or the freezer, which I think Sherry, you're talking about the little water packets that go in that are frozen. Hi, Jerry. Ah, I miss you. I'm gonna go to the pool today. Uh, you know what I found with the cooling stuff that I got? When I load it with all the cooling stuff and I go outside in really warm weather, let me tell you something. It it works wonderfully for a couple hours, but when it stops working, all of a sudden, to me it's like panic mode. It's like I'm wearing a fur coat in 150-degree weather. You know what it's like, just being so overheated and just wanting to get out. Oh my god. Yeah, the and Cherry says, what is the name of your vest, Sherry? What did they all right, and the whole panel of the vest, is it one water bottle that is frozen or is it little, because little inserts, little pockets? The one that the MS Foundation was given out was the kind that had little pockets all down your body, and and you could put these little frozen pillows of water into each one of them. So you had ice up against your body. Uh, yeah, what is the name of it? Sure. All right, Richardson Steel Cooling Vest is the name of his. All right. Okay, so also that would be a really good thing. When I went to Banning, California, it was 90s to 100s. It was dry heat. Diana, it was the same similar heat as Arizona. By the way, hi Tim, hi Tina, Tina, hi Tina. So anyway, what did I do? It was all right. So it was really hot. So what I brought a couple cooling towels that you can dip in cold water. If you carry around a thermos with ice water and dry heat, you can dip it in the ice water and put it across your shoulders. Also, a swim shirt. I got a SPF, and I'm going to show you. It's my swim. All right, I'm making a liar in myself. Okay. All right, I don't see it, but it's basically, all right. So this here's my husband's swim shirt. Hi, Ken. And I was wearing that at the Bel Air Athletic Club, but my girlfriend for my birthday got me. It's a rash guard SPF 45. It goes to your wrist, and I wore that all the time. Guess what? And it's made out of the same stuff that it just rash guard. Well, you know what happens when you get out of the pool with the rash guard and dry heat? You freeze. I mean, I actually wore my 3 millimeter neoprene to do laps on a it was an 88-degree day in dry heat. And I'll tell you, when I rolled out of the pool, I laid on the pavement to suck the heat out of the pavement because I was so cold. Because it's like the swamp cooler, evaporating cooling, right? You, all right. Oh, Ken, you joined the Bel Air Athletic Club today? It's a that's wonderful. That's wonderful. Um, that's awesome. So I'll see you. I know I'm going to do my laps, Diane. For at 1 o'clock and 2 o'clock. I booked, but I'll probably I don't know. I don't know. And they are not heating the upper pool, so that was cold. It was cold. So what did you join, Ken? What did you join? You said you just joined. I don't know. I don't know, Ken. I don't know. Um, I anyway. It's the humidity is really you you joined my call. Huh. I don't understand. But anyway, this is Facebook Live. You're on Facebook Live. YouTube Live is over there for subscribers. There's an interactive chat where everybody's answering each other. Uh, uh, but anyway, yeah, the humidity is rough. It's rough. And to be 90 degrees with dry heat, and I brought a fan with a mister in there that you fill up water, and I left it there with my desert rat family, because what happens is the fans spin and the moisture in there you can sit there and it cools you, and then you can put a that cooling rag on your shoulders. I'm telling you what, it's fine. Versus the humidity, you sit out, you get out of the pool in humid weather, and it's not cold. It's you know you can handle it. All right. All right, and Tina is sharing, found out this month that she can no longer drive 17 hours with only 3 hours sleep halfway. Totally work. Uh, you know what, Tina? She loves the heat. And that just tells me your MS, you haven't had MS for what? They're over 30. You know what, Tina, I was the same way. I love the heat. I love the jacuzzis. Because I'm thin. I hate being cold. Every night, even in my house, I sit under a blanket. Because my legs get so cold. So I have to, but as you have MS for so long and late stage MS is when all of a sudden you can't thermal regulatory disorder. You can't heat up or you can't cool down. And both are very dangerous. So you guys will know because, in fact, Tina, I bet you know when you're in your jacuzzi, right, and you get so hot, you're almost panicking. Have you been panicky hot? Who has been panicky hot with MS? Like, oh my God. Where what happens when you've advanced MS? When you get panicky hot, you don't feel it, right? All of a sudden, you're sitting in public and your bladder releases, you go blind, you can't think, you can't focus, you're so dizzy, your hands and your feet are numb, your legs won't hold you, because there's people who want you to stand up and get on your scooter and go inside the air, but you can't move, right? Because you're now you're in bad shape, right? This happens with advanced, super advanced stage MS, like me. If you've had it since 1984, it's thermal regulatory disorder. That's when you can't warm up and you can't cool down, right? So, uh, people like me, we have heating pads and we have ice packs. Princess and the Pig. All right, and Diana says that's me now that I've gotten older with the disease. Yeah, all right. So Tina, how long have you had MS? All right, you for relaxing, remitting. I mean, you're sounding like relapsing. That's why. All right, that's why. In the beginning, you know what? So you haven't been diagnosed, but that doesn't mean neurologist. All right, Mayo Clinic neurologist even says it likely MS. Yeah, all right, you're in the hurry up and wait, right? They've got to do a lot more MRIs. They have to see the results of disease activity. Uh, but let me ask you, Tina, and let me ask everybody, what is, all right, well, let me ask everybody, all right, what is the, what is the reason for wanting to get diagnosed with MS? Why? Is it to get on medication or, all right. And Sherry, I'll let you know, Tina, Sherry says she used to love the heat too. Used she used to lay in the sun but can't do that anymore, and that's true. I go to the pool and I see people laying out. I don't even sit in the shade in the bathing suit anymore. I, I've got to be in the pool with my sun because it's humid here with my sun shirt on, and I sit there. I get and my SPF 5,000, SPF 100. I wear my face. Why do I do that? So I don't look like a Sharpay, right? Um, so what do I want to say? As far as those of us with MS are concerned, anybody, when you use the broad spectrum sunscreen, there are additives in there that when they mix with chlorine, can produces a cancer reaction, just a carcinogenic. So the best sunscreen for us to use on our face is titanium dioxide. You can actually get titanium dioxide that's tinted, right? Tan, so it looks like you're tan, but it is a total sun block, right? I don't have a tan. This is all smoke and mirrors, right? It's darker. No, I don't have a tan. Um, so yeah, tan is skin damage. All right, and Tina, that is outstanding. That's the only right answer. Believe it or not, the only right answer to wanting to get diagnosed with MS is because you want to be on treatment to prevent it. There's a lot of people, Tina, that uh, don't want to take any of the disease modifying medications. I've always been on them since 1993, since the first came out. Since they first came out, I've always been on them, except in 2017 for 6 months where I had this catastrophic attack and that affected my speech, my dizziness, it my legs, my balance, everything. And now when I had that attack, it went away. My symptoms went away. But of course, you guys know when you have chronic progressive, secondary chronic progressive MS, that it high root that it does your these old lesions can come back and roost. It's like I was dizzy, then it went away, and now I'm really dizzy. All right. Oh, all right. And Diana uses mineral sunblock. Oh, it's interesting you say that. Low dose in the naloxone, LDN. I messaged my doctor and I said I want to try this because you guys had me going the course medical marijuana. Hi, Liz. And I did that. So no narcotics. I'm not on that. So I called the doctor and I said, "Will you put me on LDN?" And he said, "No, I can't take put you on something that I think will negate the emergency medicine you need. I need you to be receptive to narcotics." He says, "Yeah." So he wasn't. He was welcoming my discussion about that, but I don't know. I'm a whipped puppy. I still don't have my luggage. I just still don't have the pretty. You know what? Look at you guys on Facebook. This is not the stick that I have, the tripod I have for doing the show that I've been doing using. Tina, no, Tina, you're not taking over our chat. Everybody will say you're not taking over the chat. You're participating on the direction of the show, right? It helps me too. It really helps me. So Tina, please don't think you're one of us. You're one of us. All right. So and I'm a former teacher, uh, elementary, high school, and junior college. All right. And I will tell you, what do we teachers say? There's nothing original, right? You might think I'm brilliant. I've got nothing original. I just parrot what's going through to you, LDN. But you know what? My general practitioner says, my general practitioner says the side effects could be really bad. I don't know. He's pretty worried about that. LVN. When did you start taking LVN, Ruth? How long into MS? And yeah, all right. God, Tina, thank you for saying God bless my heart, because God does bless my heart. You have more patience than yeah, I don't. 2013. Where do you get your hi, Karen? Ruth, where do you get your LVN? All right. Is it a compound pharmacy? Because I could try that. And you know what? I'm not afraid to try something for a month. I'm not afraid of it. I'm not, because you know what? When you guys told me that I was prejudging marijuana, that it was yeah, one compound pharmacy. I found it for $30 a month. Is that cheap? Uh, is LDL or LDN for $30 a month? Is that reasonable? All right. Sarah, you said you get it from a compounding pharmacy too. What is the name of the compounding pharmacy that you get, both of you get? And how much does it cost you a month? Hmm. And Ruth is saying the worst symptom she had from LDN is vivid dreams. I like vivid dreams. All right, she gets 3 months. I need to write that down. All right, 3 months for 60, $68. All right, that's pretty good. 3 months. That would be no, it would be $30. It's the same thing, right? No, it's not. All right, it's $24 a month. Ruth, what is the compound pharmacy? What is the all right? And Sarah says she pays $60 for 3 months, and she has vivid dreams too. I like vivid dreams. Yeah, Gina, that's what I'm trying to get somebody to answer. You know what? You're my kindred spirit. I love your messages and your emails. Janet, that's great. Anybody can post the name of a compound pharmacy? Hi, April. I know. All right, Ruth is says hers in the town. Oh, finally, Sarah, yay! Sarah gave us. All right, Sarah says Lake Alamo Pharmacy in Minnesota. All right. I gotta write that down. No, Lake Elmo Pharmacy in Minnesota. All right. And that was the $60 for 3 months. All right. And Ruth swears by that. But you know what? I'll tell you, as many of you swear by medical marijuana and you said, Dulcie, Dulcie, you're being a stubborn person. You need to release. I mean, 20 years I was on narcotics, pain management, and the pain clinic wanted me to be as high as a kite. So you guys, I said in October of last year, I'm as high as a kite. You guys said to me, you need to try medical marijuana. So I was, don't want to do it. I don't like pot. I don't like to be stoned. Well, guess what? I learned so much about it. I don't use opioids because you guys turned me on to this stuff. There's something in California. I've discovered that a lot of people use sativa to give them energy, but there in California, I was told because they're much cheaper. I was told that for those of us with MS, anything that energizes us, any will make our nerves more inflamed. It just it doesn't feel good. All of a sudden, it gives us energy. This Earth OG is something I can't. Earth OG is it was a vape and it is indica and it's supposed to. All right, it's supposed to give you energy and have your body relax so you to lean on into it. Uh, uh, yeah. No, Tina, yeah, LDN. No, don't worry, because everybody here with MS breathe. Oh, Minnesota. All right, everybody here breathe. Oh, that's good. Ruth is giving us an amount. All right. Ruth said she started at 3.5 nightly. So, all right, so anyway, what we need to do, what you hear me saying is, all right, who do I go to get this? I want to try this. And I'm breaking the rule that I tell all of you, right? What's the rule I'm breaking? We need to take that information and go to a neurologist. Uh, uh, I'm at a 6.5. I was at a 7 EDSS. So yeah, it's terrible. So you know, maybe I need to. All right. So what we need to do if you have MS and you want to consider this for energy alone, I mean, go. All right. And Ruth's giving us it's ldn.com. All right. So go to your neurologist. All right, ldn.com. Thank you, Ruth. Thank you. You know my yeah, Delta. The problem with all right, uh, um, I've got a lot of friends who use Delta 8, and look up, study, Tina, Delta 8, all right, or try LDN.org. She wants me to. All right, so what I will tell you is that Delta 8, they need specific chemicals, a lot of them, to leach out the little bits of Delta 8 that are in this plant, right? In the marijuana plant, in hemp plants, they, the amount of chemicals they need to pull out a single drop and the amount of chemicals they need to pull out a lot of drops is the danger is that those chemicals to produce delta 8 have a higher carcinogenic uh, uh, problem with it cause. So delta 8 is not as great as yeah, and it's just not as great. Uh, uh, yeah, but I'll tell you what. Let me tell you something. Being a little high to get your mind to match your body. A lot of times, I think our torture with MS comes when our brain says, "Let's do it." Let's, our brain wants to do so many things, and in our body says, no, it doesn't align with your brain, right? So if you can slow your mind down to match your body, or speed your body to match your mind, it's the copacetic. You need congruency, mind and body. Uh, and I've tried many things. At night, the best thing let's see, it's an indica for sleep. It relaxes your brain, and it's great stuff. I think. Northern Lights. Northern Lights put you to sleep. You can do that. Anyway, and LDN is supposed to give you energy, clarity of mind. Let's see, uh, it's supposed to improve your disability. I don't know. I don't know. All right. Yeah, yeah. Tina studied the Delta 8 because I've got a number of friends, some with carry permits because you can't have marijuana on you or in your system if you carry firearms. Can't do it. So, and yet a lot of these seniors, they have pain. And their pain, the way they're treating it is with Delta 8. And when I hear of a medication, I need you guys to do this. All right. When you hear something brilliant from my mouth that somebody else said or that I say, don't take it as gospel. Write it down and check it out. Verify it. Verify the accuracy of anything you hear. Politically, medically, scientifically, biblically, anything, just anything. What is the most common? Oh, I gotta go. Oh, oh. All right, the most common thing, the most common misquoted Bible verse is God helps those who help themselves. The God helps those who help others, who love each other. So, and that's what you all are doing. Yeah, internal trauma. Well, let's pick this up on Thursday, okay? Because I'm 5 minutes over. I'm big time. Love you all. We're going to end this. Let me pray us out, dear Heavenly Father. Thank you for all the people here today. Thank you for Ruth and just thank you. Thank you for Sarah, for everybody who shared. Uh, everybody who shared today, Lord. I just feel your presence. Bless everybody here. Enable us with the comfort of the information we heard here. Allow us to research and to do what is best for our bodies, Lord, and to just be an instrument of thy peace and just work on soothing the world, Lord. Make that true for us. Help us to find the solutions to living in these bodies, Lord. It's tough. It's tough for everybody, and ease the pain of everybody's watching here and suffering, Lord. You're amazing, and if we let you work through us, in Jesus' name I give thanks. Amen. All right, love you all. Thank you for coming, and I will see you on Thursday. Bye.